Zaz, tell me what happened last time.
Alrighty. So we opened up with James going to go visit Sean in prison. Yeah. Sean claims no longer hear the voices, but also underpent for what he did. So after that Alaric paid James a visit and told about Riley's death and told him that he was only to use that number now for specific things that he'd been restricted the number, the help number, and did tell James that James's actions had attracted attention that got her killed. When Taylor went into work, when we cut to him, Briggs told him about it, an internal sweep of the precinct. The captain and the others got pushed out, early retirements or other things. We have a new captain, Anthony Smith. And while that was going on, Ian, who was doing another like autopsy of the second bodies, report the same small holes and traces the same chemical that he found last time. James got called in for a meeting with the new captain and was offered a job as a civilian consultant to help improve the precinct's reputation. Meanwhile, Taylor, who left and ultimately talked with his wife's cousin, Julie, and did make a deal with her that they will be working together. And Taylor did agree to give Anthony her number so that they could talk. Meanwhile, after Taylor got back, Taylor was told about James being hired on, and Taylor, James, and Briggs went to go meet with Owen's the second victim's husband, and this that conversation could have gone better, could have gone worse. Taylor did put Smith in contact with Julia, and did have a bit of a confrontation with his wife about her family ties and what all this might mean. And meanwhile, Ian, after doing a bit of research, found that murder was we already knew it was professional, but this confirmed it, and there's a good chance that the chemical was either administered through those puncture wounds or it's also possible through skin contact as well. Meanwhile, at the wake for Mr. Owen at the church, James did warn the cheating husbands that warned them subtly, but the husbands then did vanish. Some of them apparently had got into a fancy limo. James did call Taylor, who informed Captain Smith. So the police will be dispatched, but a Russian man did approach James afterwards, saying that he could, that he had or could get the killer, and that the killer was, implying that the killer was supernatural. He offered to help. He needs the police to let it go. He basically wants to. It sounds like he wants to maybe wash his hands of this, but I believe that is where we left off.
Yeah, because he implied that the killer is still it's a very urgent time now.
Oh, also he made a very interesting comment about the moon. Apparently, there's a freak lunar eclipse right now, and it's an interesting thing, but that's weird. Probably doesn't mean anything.
I'm pretty sure. I think James called you, right?
Yeah, but the Russian thing happened after that.
Okay.
After that.
So was he like literally just like, was that the last scene where the Russian was talking to?
Yeah, that was the last scene. We ended after the Russian mobster pointed out about the moon.
Because
Yeah,
I
the
think
camera panned
yeah,
to the moon.
you got into a car with him, you talked a bit, and then you were like, I need some time to think about it, and he was like, yeah, well, don't take too much time.
No, I was. So he wants us to know where the bad guys' headquarters are before the Russians move in.
He did give an address. I'm pretty sure he did give an address.
Yeah.
The Russians are going to move in and take everyone out. But the police need to know that the problem's been solved before they can stop coming down on basically everyone.
Yeah. I think you did, like, he did drop you off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see the man drive away. You're left on the streets. Why don't you give me an awareness roll before anything?
Okay.
You can reroll.
Reroll or free reroll?
I'm not sure if you have any feet.
I don't think I do. Go, much better.
Well, don't worry about it. You have a bit bigger priorities right now. Yeah. Tell me, what do you want to do right now?
Find yet another payphone.
Yeah. There's one conveniently a few minutes down by the street.
And I'm going to call Captain Smith.
Yeah, let's see, we'll pick up. Captain Smith here. How can I help?
This is Father Carver. I was just picked up by a member of the Russian mafia. He wanted me to let, well, everyone know that they have an address for where they believe the murderer lives. And they are going to deal with it. They want us to know that it's happening so that we stop, so that you stop, well, making business hard for them.
Thank you for the information. I will make sure to take the appropriate legal action. Have a good night, Father. I suggest you go get some rest.
Do you want the address?
Suppose you give him the address.
Yes.
As you give him the details, he will beckon you a good night.
Good night, Captain.
Listen, Taylor. It's pretty late at this hour. I'm pretty sure it's I don't exactly remember the hour, but yeah, it's definitely past 10 p.m. As I'm pretty sure I think the police have like fucking pagers or something for emergencies.
1970s, probably not.
Damn. Well,
probably just be call their home address.
Yeah, well, I guess that's just what's happening again. As Taylor, the phone your wife's cousin house at this late hour. She'll pick up again. She'll gesture that it is for you.
Yeah, Taylor will just take the phone and she'll just say, yeah, this is Taylor.
This is Smith. We need all available units on the docks now. I'm gonna give you an address. We're possibly dealing with gang violence and, well, God knows what else. Go there and be ready to deal with whatever. I've already called some of the others and put a task force together, and hopefully can get more people in an hour or two.
Understood.
I'm also calling Taylor.
Well, we'll say that after this call, you don't even get to put the phone properly down before it rings again.
Yeah, Taylor will, and yeah, Taylor answered again.
Detective Reed, this is Father Carver.
Make it quick. There's an emergency. I have to go soon.
Yes, I think I think it's the same emergency. I was just given a ride by Russian mobsters, and they told me that they know where the murderer lives or is acting from, and they're going after him. They want you guys to know so that you lay off them once and things calm down for business. I had the impression they didn't want... They thought that police involvement would only make things worse for your people.
Well, the police are going there, James. And Taylor's just gonna hang up at that. It's like, I don't know what, yeah, that's what we're all going there.
I guess I'll go get a cab.
Yeah, as Taylor, you put on a jacket, grab your firearm, and head out. By the time you get to the docks, we'll see a bunch of other cars sort of parked around as you get out, and you realize, unfortunately, or like weirdly, the captain did not call like any sort of SWAT teams. It's just you and other like precinct officers, as you will see Briggs looking very on edge. Well, Mac, technically they do have SWATs.
They're really shitty and like really rare for you to admit.
They apparently had SWATs from the actual late 60s in LA. So no, they definitely have SWATs. It's just that, I mean, I don't know, Mac. I'm reading like fucking what weapon you're using. It's just like basically like what soldiers would use. What the fuck?
I was going to say, yeah, the SWAT teams aren't like what they are today, but like a SWAT team would just be people who are like, they would have shotguns and automatic weapons.
But yeah, in this case, normally it will be best to call those people because they have a lot more firepower than you do. But well, I'm sure Briggs will be able to explain as you pull up next to them. As Briggs looks a bit more relieved to see you. Hey Taylor, glad you could make it.
Yeah, got the call from Smith.
Yeah. Well, apparently we're supposed to hold on until he arrives. Should be another few minutes. God, I hate this. Flicks the cigarette to the ground.
Taylor will nod as I'll say, I hope he comes with something more based on what he told me over the phone. It's expecting something big.
Apparently, he doesn't want corrupt SWAT teams all over the site first. He is, I think, a bit too paranoid at this point. Well, you'll see a cab stop nearby. You see James get out. The cab will not even drive past, will just turn around and drive back. The police cars are sort of noticeable from this part of the road. I'm not gonna say, James, I'm not sure if you could just approach them, like what's the game plan?
Yeah, I walk over to Taylor and Briggs once I see them.
Briggs kind of looks at him and says, I'm not sure if this is the right place for you to be right now, Father.
Whatever's happening is happening because people got me in touch, got in touch with me. If things, God forbid, don't go well.
Well, we have the dockyard secured and nobody has gone in or out. No? We're waiting for the captain to show up.
If you're gonna insist on staying here, I'm gonna ask you stay in one of the cars.
Well, I wasn't going to go in guns blazing.
As
Taylor, if there's anyone who you think would like me to lead them in prayer, well, I'd be happy to.
So, welcome to offer it. Some of the men are more religious than others.
I walk around and check with some of the groups.
well, the problem is they're about to they're like minutes away from like going in, so might not be the time. As well, as you sort of wait for like a minute or two as you see this large van sort of pulling up, as the captain gets out and okay, everyone, grab some more heavy duty gear. As it like pops open the back and you'll see like lined up there are several like shotguns and sort of M16s. There's even like one sort of like sniper rifle, like a scope, everything on it. As well, I mean, you all have training, even if you're not necessarily the best at this. As
Yeah.
he's gonna, well, everyone gets equipped. I'll say, okay. And like counting in his head. So we're gonna divide in 2 teams. One takes the east side, one takes the west side. Taylor, you lead the west, I'll lead the east. We do a sweep, check the warehouse inside, and if there's anything in between, give them a chance. If they start shooting, well, everyone take cover, and at this point, do not hold anything back. No, we don't know who we're dealing with, but they are most likely dangerous. I will have...
Is there an extra bulletproof vest?
I suppose.
I'm gonna grab one.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. I need you two to stay back here. Radio in if you see anyone approaching from the streets, any cars, any vehicles. Nobody is to even approach the warehouse without our knowledge, okay? I don't want people to be ambushed inside. I'll also say, Taylor, like some people like you and Briggs are a bit on the older side, but a lot of these people are still like sort of new to the force. So they are sort of, clearly there's a sense of confusion and fear right now. They've never been like put in what looks to you right now like an actual military situation. That kind of brings back some memories, maybe.
Yeah. That definitely does. Listen, Taylor will back up what the captain is saying, and very quickly go over some of the basics he picked up on the force, basics he picked up on the while he was in the military in the war.
Now you can give me a leadership role. This.
And would my the rank
absolutely.
benefit of this? Okay. So also spend an adrenaline as well.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, as you back up the captain, and as you like take charge of your own squad, kind of give them a bit of indication, a bit of reassurance. They seem to be their spirits seem to be a bit more lifted. As James, you will stay with the two officers behind, as they'll kind of push in one of the cop cars and basically tell you to like sit down. You still have a radio, so you can kind of hear what they're talking about. As the teams do split, as you begin canvassing this area. Second. There you go. Ian, there's a fucking phone call for your
Not a nightly phone call.
Yeah, you pick it up. It's from one of your superiors that's like very annoyed. Ian, you up at this hour?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, get ready. I was told they're probably gonna need you down by the pier in 30 minutes or so. So
Again, the jacket. Sassy, yeah.
yeah, the captain said this is related to the other cases. That's why he wants you. Well, assembling
figured.
assembling a small team. Apparently, there's still some situation developing, so don't move too close to the area. We'll be meeting like a few blocks away and going together. Okay.
Understood. Yeah, see him pushing the jacket and walks over. Yeah, damn, this kid's getting busy.
Yeah. That's oh.
One busy guy, but one a day.
Yeah, more or less. It's been a few days since the last killing, so but we're soon up to rack up those numbers. As
smoke break.
As Taylor, you enter the warehouse with your part. Give me a detect roll. So you and your team are moving in, canvassing the area.
Yep. I'll do a re-roll.
As your flashlight, as this place is completely pitch black, lands on, see a body on the ground before realizing that it's several bodies, as this entire like sort of the center of the warehouse has been cleared, and you can see sort of the blood that's been like fucking at this point dried up, as you can notice several more bodies, and well, you're pretty sure one of them is slightly twitching, the one in the middle.
Okay, we'll call that in. Spotted several bodies, one still moving. Get ambulance on standby.
As James, you will see one of the other cops calling in for the paramedics. As Taylor, the rest of the team scour the warehouse. There's none left. As one of your teammates manages to find the power generator and sort of turn it back on. And as the thing lights up, you are greeted with a very horrendous and gruesome looking imagery, as several of your co-workers just immediately start puking. You can give me a cool roll.
Yeah. Let's see. Cool with nerves. Low success.
As you don't vomit, but you also like recoil, as there are several bodies. You can't even, right now you can't count them, as your vision is too distracted by the way that they've been weirdly neatly arranged in this like circle, all of them mutilated to different degrees, as parts of their skin have been clearly flayed off. There are torn limbs, their heads have been sort of placed at the sort of in between their legs. All the bodies have been decapitated with the exception of the one in the middle. There is blood everywhere, as now you also glance around and you see the weird symbols and the weird like runes and circles painted all over this place. It makes the other crime scenes look like a test run compared to this one, both in size and brutality. But the body in the middle, the one that was moving, there's a moment, it takes you a bit because it's sort of covered up in dirt and blood. As you move a bit closer, you do recognize this person. This is in fact Adam, who looks like he has been sort of torn to bits. You can see like his innards kind of are just splayed out. His throat looks slashed, and like you would now realize. Give me a heal roll. Only a basic difficulty. Because you do know,
Heal roll, you said?
yeah, you do know a bit more about his particular power set.
No.
Well, you're surprised how the fuck is he even alive? And while he is twitching, he is clearly not like conscious. As the captain just starts like directing the people who vomited to get the fuck out, he's like posting guards. He also like is organizing a small group go and search the surrounding area. As Briggs just kind of joins you and is like, what the fuck is this?
The Taylor's gonna say. Taylor will just say, there's no way one guy did all of this.
As you can see, he is visibly shaking. And you've never seen Briggs fucking terrified. This man has dealt with some of the worst gang violence in the city at several points. This is a bit beyond his mental capacity. James, you'll hear on the radio that some of the orders that are being given, although they're not describing what's actually happening inside, although you will see an ambulance sort of pull up as several more people are arriving, including what look like forensics to sort of secure the crime scene. As you will see, though, several of the younger cops fucking going out and puking in nearby trash cans.
Is there anything I can do to get them some water?
Yeah, you can go up to them with some bottled water as they seem fucking completely like shell shocked. As one of them is just like, some of them are just praying, some of them are just mumbling nonsense. As Ian and your team move in onto the site, you are greeted with the same grotesque scenery. As Captain's gonna gesture for the man in the middle and said, God, I think he may still be alive. See if you can help him out, as the paramedics will move in. And, well, yeah, they might fuck up your crime scene, but apparently they have a man to save.
I mean, getting a survivor is way more useful than whenever forensic scene get too
Yeah,
fair.
why don't you give me a heal roll, Ian? You're also good at this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's not a doctor, but he definitely knows about medicine. Like he's professional.
For you, it's a critical, because you don't know jack and shit about this man.
That is absolutely fair. Now, I have a question here, Grunt. Does forensics apply here for a free reroll?
Listen, you can always use Mastermind. I wouldn't say this isn't forensics necessarily.
No, I'd rather safety adrenaline for something else. It's not the most important role he was in. There's no medical explanation for how
you are still distracted by the fucking 9 other bodies. I think there's 9.
He's trying to analyze the fucking scenery.
Yeah, it's a combination of both previous crime scenes. You definitely recognize the mutilation of the genitals, the Now, these bodies have also been decapitated and their heads placed very specifically. And there's also parts of skin flaying and like signs of torture, as they'll kind of lift up the straining mat. How the fuck do you call those again? The stretch
Stretcher?
mats. God, my English is failing me right now.
Do you mean the things they put over the
Yeah.
bodies?
Yeah. No, the thing,
Body
I'm
bag?
gonna
the
be
stretcher.
honest, you-
No, the
Oh,
things, the
yeah,
things they
stretcher.
carry the body on.
Stretcher.
Stretchers.
That's not true.
So you see put the. You're not really even sure how the fuck that guy is still alive. You're pretty sure he'll probably die eventually. Like he looks like he lost too much blood as is, although it's hard to say which blood is whose. There's like so much around, as apparently these bodies clearly were just killed here. But they do take him off to the side, administer whatever fucking first aid they can before
Best,
shipping
I
him to the
suppose.
hospital. Yeah. As the captain will approach you again and says, "Hey, Ian, I need you to get me something on this. Do not let anyone mess with anything. Gonna clear out the space. Gonna get everyone out of your head. I trust you on this."
Try my best as he looks around at the gruesome sight.
As the captain is gonna gesture for everyone to fucking pack up and walk outside. Stop fucking up the place. As it's basically only you and like two other forensics who like are there to like take pictures and sort of mark down different sites. As everyone else will be put outside. As well, James, now you see them carry out this sort of a man that looks like he lost a fight with a bear several times. As he is being carried outside. There's a moment, but you're pretty sure that's Adam. You recognize him, even in his shredded up state. As
I jog over to the paramedics.
Yeah, they're currently like putting him into the ambulance. One of them looks at you and says, "Please step back, Father. You need to get this man to the hospital."
Can I ride along?
Oh, yeah, sure. They're like, can get like in the back of the ambulance with them. As not really questioning you right now, but they might later.
Nah, they can find me.
The ambulance drives away. As you can kind of like, they're like talking to one another and sort of basically administering some several like dosages of drugs, trying to like keep him alive. As now you can give me a heal roll, James. I'm not sure this is your specialty or not. You have a good dice pool.
I think it's better than you think. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a 6 dice.
Pretty good, yeah, pretty good.
Now the last two rolls were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Actual comedic fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of me.
So
Critical.
it's another roll like that. I think it's just fate at that point.
Critical or basic?
Critical.
Okay.
Too basic, my beloved.
Want to re-roll or
Sure.
take your partial?
Yeah, well.
Well, I think you know about Adam's abilities a bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Yeah, so maybe it's related to that. Why this body that by all reasons should in fact have bled out long ago is still actually showing signs of life. And well, you can clearly tell that the paramedics are like, they haven't given up, but they're like, what? Well, I guess listen, we can try anything, because like, holy shit. As yeah, they'll eventually get the hospital. I'm not sure if you want. They'll I mean, they'll not let you go into the surgery room, but you'll be left.
No, I'll go into the ER's waiting room.
Yeah.
I asked one of the paramedics to radio back to the cops to let them know that I've gone to the hospital.
They will let them know once they have some time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was thinking after they've dropped Adam off.
Meanwhile, back at the crime scene, while Ian is canvassing the place, I'm not sure, Taylor, if you want to do anything or talk with anyone.
I mean, Taylor is Taylor will mention to the captain that James said James told me. Apparently he got a tip off of this from a
Yes, the Russian mafia. He told me to.
Yeah, that Taylor will say. If this was their, this was somehow to convince us to back off, I'm not sure exactly what they're planning.
Remind me, I think, James, you told the captain that, like, yeah, they want they want the police to back down. They're gonna deal with the killer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, captain's gonna say, apparently, they won't deal with the killer on their own. And, well, for us to back off this.
They can't expect us to do that after this.
I've seen some fucked up shit in my life, Taylor, but nothing like this.
Yeah, it's bad in there.
Well, listen. I think or I'm gonna have a meeting told me about how we proceed from there. Although I wanted to check in with you. She proposed the family dinner. I'm not used to how these people operate, so I wanted to check in with you first. This wouldn't be called it a friendly conversation. Mentioned that there wouldn't be necessarily a business talk, so I'm a bit confused on the agenda, but apparently your wife's cooking is very good.
Yeah, Taylor was saying. Big on family in Sicily. I don't know. Maybe they're. I'll be honest. I think she might just mean it.
I'll trust you then on that. Suppose on Sunday then. This will be a long night. You don't have to stick here. I have this handled.
Taylor will nod. Yeah. He'll take his leave.
The captain going around very quietly and discreetly, like requisitioning the weapons he handed you back as he's like putting them in the bag before more people notice. Like, oh, why are there's all these cops armed with fucking M16s? Where did they get those?
I still have my bulletproof vest. That's just wanted to let you know.
I listen. That's less. That's much easier to explain to people.
You're a civilian contractor at the site of a police mission. Of course, they'd give you a vest.
I was just thinking that eventually someone's gonna check the numbers and be like, "Hey, wait a minute," and then the captain would have some interesting questions to answer.
But yeah, as Taylor, you'll go home again in that sectoral crime scene.
Yes, sir. And I want to kind of spice this up a little bit, so I'm gonna give an adrenaline.
I was gonna say you can keep it for the reroll if you.
But I think it's probably better if I roll 7 dice instead of keep it for the reroll. I think it's. I'm basically betting on like higher potential, maybe even in the extreme or something. Plus, I think I have free reroll anyway because I have the detective. I think detective or forensics. One of those two probably applies. So I'm basically listen. I'm betting on like getting a spicy, a nice, little higher success. Now let's get ready, gentlemen, for free basic.
For basic income. Okay.
Listen, I can free reroll. Maybe I can get like a extreme.
There's no downside. If it's a free reroll.
Sadly didn't.
Yeah, as Ian, you start like checking the bodies. As this point, well, you had 2 bodies before to compare notes, but now there's a lot, and well, the pattern is clear to you as day. Same piercing wounds, and because these bodies were it's clearly less time was spent on each of them. So that means there's different parts of the body that have been left sort of half finished, giving you a more ample idea as to how this process was. As you now realize, it's a very weird thing. On some of the bodies where the skin has been like flayed off partially, as you like examine it on site, you realize that seemingly the skin has been sort of cut from the deeper muscle tissue. From the inside, there's no outside puncture wound that you can identify other than the small needle-like punctures themselves. something sort of almost like you now witness this. It's almost like something burrowed into their skin and sort of ate at the flesh from the inside. As well, I need, because of that double, I think I need to give you more information. Give me a second though to find the correct wiki page.
Sadly, I didn't get an extreme as I was hoping for. So double crit though, which is nice.
Now, as you inspect things a bit closer, you realize that the flesh itself hasn't been eaten, because like it's clearly not like cut. There's no incision. It's too rough for any sort of precision instrument. But you realize as you pick up some strange substance of some bits of the skin, it's like it's been like corroded.
Okay, that was also my guess out of character. Like, yeah, they just injected acid and like fucking make the pop out.
Yeah, but the problem is, how do you do this without damaging the skin itself? It's like the corrosion has targeted a very specific part of the muscle.
Yeah, that was
Not
also my second
going
question.
too deep, not going too up, just at the right level so that the skin can then be peeled off. It's a bit more bioengineering than you know how the fuck you could do that.
Yeah, this is definitely not a lone wolf assassin. That definitely is not. As I think this is the problem is that he's still going with the acid idea though, because he has no other idea, or like maybe someone like ingested like some air, or, like it's kind of weird, like, but it's only assumption like someone was like working very carefully here. But I think that needs to be investigated in a lab potentially to see if there's anything can be found. I don't think eyesight alone will succeed.
Well, yeah, you'll be able to sort of get more like an in-depth autopsy at your lab, but right now, like, you will also the walls are fucking plastered with them now, the runes and the weird symbols.
Well, actually, right now I'll take pictures, not write them.
Yeah.
Listen, you'll still work on that project to decipher the code, maybe.
Well, the thing is,
And
now
then-
that you have more information about like existing occult, you look at them, and again, nothing you've read in the library just matches any of these.
Honestly, he might drop the occult bit, and he might like if he's not too busy, just get some calligraphy stuff and try to decipher the code.
Yeah, now that you have so much more information, it might be easier for you to actually start deciphering this.
He might go to NYU and speak with a fucking math professor. This is a joke, by the way.
As,
We don't disclose secretive information to the public.
I'm sure the police have to have some fucking cryptographer. Talk to the captain, be like, hey, listen, this is clearly a cipher. We need to decipher this. Well, you will second to. You find you find a couple of other samples, you bag them, you're not really sure what they're from. They seem to be like biological in nature, but they're not like flesh or anything, so you kind of like harvest those for later analysis at the lab. You make sure the other forensics team doesn't fuck you over anything, any negligence, as yeah, like they're clearly fucking terrified by this scene. Um, as well. No, I'm not sure if you have any particular questions that I may be able to answer you.
No, I think that's pretty much everything. Like, yeah, there's no acid burns, whatever, or at least that are obvious.
No, not on the
The- the-
outside.
yeah. Even like the fear of maybe they blew air through some fucking like small air windpipes doesn't work because otherwise even that would be noticeable. Like, you know, I think everything else would be for for lab time.
Yeah. Eventually, as you'll pack up and head to the lab at the hospital, James, you would they would eventually one of the surgeons will come to talk to you. Say, you're the priest that came in with the patient.
Yes.
I have well, for now, good news. We still need to keep him under observation, but has made it through surgery by some miracle. None of his while he had several wounds, none of them hit vital organs. So he is in fact the most lucky man I've ever seen. Now his hands and feet may never fully heal. He should be able to at least be able to provide the police report once he comes back to it.
So you... Thank you.
Well, of course, send a file to the precinct. But I wanted to inform you here since you waited so long.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Father.
You too. Thank you, Doctor. And I'm going to go back to my apartment.
Yeah, listen, you're super tired at this point. It's past 1 in the morning. It's time for you to get some sleep. Taylor, I'm not sure if you have any conversations you'd like to have once you get home, or you're just gonna go to sleep as well.
No, kind of like when he gets home, he's gonna assume that like everyone else in the house is already
Yeah.
asleep, and he's not gonna wake them up. No.
As well, Ian, I don't think Ian can go to sleep with this on.
We're
his
getting
list
some
on it.
coffee. We're getting a lot of coffee. Emergency rations.
Yeah, as I'll have the bodies brought out to the morgue for you. As you begin more in-depth lab analysis and autopsy reports, as well, some of the bit like small chunks. You realize, well, they are like plant matter. Although you're not really sure of what, but probably the lab will be able to identify. Probably have some botanist there. As well, right now you're just kind of waiting on different results for all the substances you found at the crime scene to pop through. I'm not sure if you're doing anything while that is progress.
Nothing particular. The only thing you would test would maybe like testing like the acid fury because he has so many corpses. Might be a bit more adventurous. Like whatever, like actually just get a base and just fucking like put it over the wounds to see if there's any like trace of any potential acid. To see if there's any reaction, basically, like any left. That's what he's hoping for. Any leftover chemicals.
I mean, there definitely are, but like I said, you have to wait for some lab analysis to identify the actual substances.
In that case, will mostly be grunt work, like identifying the unidentifiable people with like dental records and like basically cross-checking dental records to like while the lab is doing its job.
Yeah, eventually, as morning catches you still working. Oh boy, are you ready for some more insanity? As well, you are pretty sure the acid theory is true, but this isn't exactly normal acid. I'm trying to read on different fucking. It's not. You check the substances. You are quite sure right now that the thing that you thought was acid corroding the insides actually is plant-based, and it's something found in, well, for example, different like carnivorous plants that once they trap the fly, in some cases even like small rodents, are just able to digest them, but the fucking like values on them are completely off the charts. So it's in a highly condensed version of it.
So same bit of before. Someone synthesized the copy pasted from Mother Nature.
Yeah, there's no way a normal fucking plant produces this much acid to be able to like just fucking melt through skin like this. As well, some of the chunkier parts of plant life that you now know, you come back as well, at least you can identify the fucking species. There you go. There's the Wikipedia page. Congratulations.
I love this kind of gaming.
As they traced the bits you found to a specific type of carnivorous plant. Well, it is definitely not local, and it is one of the like bigger ones that can actually fucking eat fucking mammals and like birds and shit. Like it grows quite big. But yeah, no, you're staring at this. I'm not sure if you're looking deeper into anything.
Honestly, still kind of stumped on how so exactly the wounds got fucking the flesh got burned out. Like yeah, there's this, he's also kind of confused by the plant matter here because he imagined because there was no like lab equipment at the place, right?
No.
Not even any indication that there was lab equipment that was like destroyed or something or removed.
Yeah.
He will note that down for the detectives to like also think about like why the fuck was there random ass plan. He will like potentially he would maybe put like some weird occult ritual that they did. I fucking know, but he's mostly trying to look into like logistically how the skin got popped out of the body. Maybe experiment of like fucking potentially like doing like creating air bubbles inside the body, but yeah, it's kind of stumped.
Yeah, no, it all looks like someone somehow injected that well, digestive acid underneath the skin, and then, well, it specifically targeted different parts of the muscle instead of just digging through it completely. As far as you know, there's no way to. Unfortunately, you cannot yet program cells, so this is a bit beyond of what you think science can achieve at this moment in time.
His theory is someone like used a small needle, like some fucking surgical wiring, and basically like traced it through the body. But even that's kind of not the greatest.
Yeah, but the problem is something like that would leave traces.
Yeah, he's desperately looking for those traces.
And yeah, there's just nothing to be found there. The morning will catch you on this Saturday. As well, Taylor, not sure if you get up in the morning.
Yeah, Taylor will.
Not sure if they have any conversations before you get called into work, because they're needing all hands on deck on this one.
Yeah, I think he'll just let Julia know that apparently this seems to be that call-in for what happened seems to have been the Russian mafia's way of telling the police to back off.
I'll talk with you a bit about that. Second. Deal with my own fucking criminals in the house.
Dogs there again.
So talks with you over morning coffee. How in detail are you going to describe the scene to her?
He'll like describe the general thing. I don't think he'll feel the need to go into details, but like yeah, it was quite the message to him.
Say, this is so. I don't get the message though. What do you think they're trying to?
I don't know. Heard from contact that they may be trying to go after the colonel their own way, and they just don't want us to get in the middle, but this isn't going to accomplish that.
I can get you a meeting with the guy that's been going around talking for them. You want?
I'd like one because that might be good because whatever strategy he's been pursuing, I don't think it's working.
Have time? I can set something up. Morning.
Yeah, Taylor will give a nod.
I'll get up and make a phone call before 1 hour. Belmont Hotel. He is gonna wait for you in the cafeteria.
Thank you, Julia.
Take care.
Yeah, Taylor will head over for his meeting.
Arrive. Make your way inside, and you will see, as you kind of like walking and you look around, somebody's gonna like kind of wave you over. It's like older man, late 40s. Like, as you approach him, he'll speak with a heavy Russian accent. He'll say, "Ah, you must be Detective Taylor."
That I am.
My name is Radmir. Pleasure meeting you.
Well, it's a pleasure to finally get your name.
Oh. Now we are talking a bit more under more friendly circumstances, I suppose.
Yeah, Taylor will just nod at that.
I was told you wanted to speak with me, Detective.
Yeah, Taylor will say, yes, I would. I understand that failing contractor we had was approached last night and was given a message, and I'm sure you know we went to the address that was given.
He'll nod. We're gonna discover it eventually, so I was hoping would keep it from leaking to the press that easily.
Do what we can. That many bodies, that many missing people. I give it a few days at most.
I know. But I am 100% certain that the killer has been handled. Whether you take me at my word or not is up to you.
Can I roll a detect on that?
Yeah.
See, detect and focus. Let's do a reroll. Nope. Taylor will say, respectfully, precinct's going to need something, and disappeared.
Well, suppose I can provide you with. Tell me, how confident are you in your departments? I know police corruption is a concerning issue here. Do you think your people will be able to not let this one slip through the cracks?
The precinct's just been cleaned out. Anyone still left is, I won't say they're all clean, but they passed the exam.
Right. I can give you incriminating evidence. Someone who has been delving in the more occult. Though I will warn you, detective, he is quite possibly insane.
Taylor will nod. I take it that most people who would have to get involved in something like this would have to be a little insane.
He is also quite a dangerous individual, so I wanted us to take care of him, but I did predict that that wouldn't be necessarily a satisfactory answer for people who actually want to do their jobs.
Taylor will actually say, he'll kind of say this a little quieter. The man doesn't necessarily have to be arrested and taken to court. If we find evidence and he turns up dead, that still answers questions.
He'll nod. Very well. And here's an address. So scribble down something on a napkin, pass it to you. Check it on Monday. Should have evidence one would need. Close the case.
Taylor will nod. I'll call it an anonymous tip.
Have a good day, detective.
You have a good day as well, Mr. Adamir.
You will note that it is sort of in the upper Manhattan part town. As you'll take your leave, presumably.
Yeah, Taylor take his leave. Doesn't feel great about this, but if these guys want to handle it, God, we just need something to tell the media, because we can't just have the killer disappear and have nothing.
You walk, and as you like get ready to leave, there is a man that says, well, "Excuse me, sir, may I have a moment of your time?"
Suppose. Can I help you with anything?
You turn and you will say, "My name is Mr. Wilson. I would like to speak with you about some rather private matters."
All right.
He's gonna like gesture for you to follow him into one of the side rooms. As he like opens and closes the door behind us. Coffee, tea.
Coffee would be wonderful.
For you a cup and say, "Believe we have some common friends that have an interest in this case as well. Mr. Reed, I'm fairly certain acquainted yourself with Alaric."
It's an acquaintance now, yes.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what you talked with Mr. Vasilev there, but I don't think you should make a decision hastily on this matter. fairly certain right now he is looking to mop up the situation, close things down. You know, they usually call him when there's messes that need to be cleaned up. I don't think this mess should be swept underneath the rug. You see, Mr. Reed, I love this city quite a lot. Born and raised here. And don't think people should be using it as their playground for occult experiments and sadistic tendencies. Well, I recently became aware that my place of business here has also been dragged through the mud slightly in certain circles. So there's many reasons for me to take a bit of issue with our Russian friends.
Yeah, Taylor will nod with that.
My question to you, Detective, is: you want this case closed, or do you want the city changed for the better? Even if in the moment it's gonna become quite inconvenient, especially for the police.
I'd rather change to the better, but I'll have to ask. You seem like a well-connected man. How many more people do you think are gonna die?
I do not know. Here? Well, I suppose I don't know how they're gonna react to rejection. Clearly, they don't handle that well. The question is, Mr. Taylor, do you care about just the people of the city? Care about the wider world as well? Because if the killer leaves New York, he'll just do this again somewhere else. I would like to avoid that.
Hearing that, yeah, Taylor will say, if Radzimir's plan is just let the killer walk, then as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a deal with him then.
I believe, well, I don't, unfortunately for you, Radmir is in many ways a service worker like yourself. And sometimes service workers don't get to make decisions. They get handed unpleasant, sometimes ridiculous tasks and told to make it work. But I have my own contacts within the Bratva, and my understanding and the guarantees I was made is that, well, the killer won't be killing again in New York. Question is, does that sound like a satisfactory answer to you, Mr. Reed?
No, it's not.
My thoughts exactly. Now, given the involvement of the Bratva, there's only a couple of people that I suspect that they will go through to this much length. It's two cases. Either they are covering up for one of their more psychopathic agents, or they're trying to recruit this killer. I've yet to ascertain which of these possibilities is actually true. the person is already working for them, well, I'll be frank. The law cannot touch them. The person is a freelancer. Might be able to get away with simply gunning them down. I have certain other concerns, which I won't bother you with at this moment. But I suggest you decline Mr. Radmir's offer. Most likely they would have given you a fall guy. I don't think anyone needs to be convicted for such gruesome murders. Might be worth pursuing who they wanted to make the fall guy for such an event.
Taylor will nod at that. Man's definitely a person of interest.
Here is my personal number from the hotel. Call me if you wish to reach out. I know from Alaric, you are part of his effort to, well, remove some of the more corrupt elements from the city, and as much as that cuts into my business, I think I would much rather live on streets that are safe and clean than streets where, well, everyone deals in blood money.
Taylor will take it. As he'll say, suppose I'll reach out if I feel the need to.
Very well. I wish you a good day.
Wish you a good day as well, Mr. Wilson.
Take your leave. Not sure where you're going.
I think Taylor's actually going to go home. Julia's, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll find her having morning coffee with your wife before she kind of notices you. Sort of excuses herself from the conversation. Kind of talk in the hallways. This must be urgent if you're being late to work on my behalf.
So he'll, as Taylor would just say, Radimir, gave me this address. It's around on Monday. The fall guy's going to be, he's going to set up a fall guy. Another man talked to me while I was at the Belmont, man named Ian Wilson.
She nods.
He doesn't think I. He doesn't think I should go along with that and look into this fall guy. I should look into this fall guy, and I should make things inconvenient for the Russians.
What is your decision?
Taylor's just gonna say, if working with Radmir means the killer's gonna walk free, the answer's pretty easy to me. I'm gonna make things pretty inconvenient for him. Just wanted to let you know and ask if there's possibility you could look into this man. I'll be doing it as well, but I don't want to risk getting the entire force in on this, and I don't have much to back up right now.
She'll nod. Be careful out there. At this point, there won't be any more punches being held back.
I know.
This is the fight we will win, but that doesn't mean that the victory will be cheap, or that you, me, and are not in actual, very palpable danger. In fact, for the time being, I think I will think we need to bring her in on this. You can't keep her out anymore. And I think it's time that we relocate to a safer place.
Taylor will nod in agreement.
I'll reach you out later.
Yeah, as I think Taylor will ask to speak with Gina alone.
Yeah. Can have the room to you two. She kind of like sees you look quite concerned and says, "Is everything all right?"
Everything's all right for now, but Julia's going to be moving us all to somewhere safer. I just recently got made a final offer by a member of the Brafta, and I'm after taking stock of some advice from some of the other people involved, I'm going to be doing something that will make him upset. And Julia's right. I don't think they're going to pull punches anymore.
Like, get up and kind of grab your hands a bit. Okay. No, I'm here for you as much as I can be. However I can help.
Taylor will smile at that. She'll say, right now. Just try to stay as safe as you can.
She nods.
Yes, Taylor will. Taylor's actually going to. Yeah, Taylor will hug her, will kiss her, and then he'll say, "It's all going to be all right."
She kind of like smiles and says, "It's supposed to be my line. I know that whatever you have to handle, you'll be able to. You know I love you, right?"
I love you too. With that, I was gonna say Taylor will have to get to work.
James will wake up a bit later today as you did go to sleep. Quite later, and it was an exhausting night running around. I'm not sure if you have anything you want to do in the morning, and more morning-ish. It's technically 11 a.m.
I am going to I'm going to call Taylor.
All his he'll probably Taylor, as you do get to your to work, they'll let you know that Father James reached out to you. As James, you'll be told that he's not at work, but he's probably just running late, so you'll get a call back from him in 15 minutes or so.
You know, I was just going to leave him a message that Adam pulled through surgery and seems to be recovering.
That sounds like a conversation you should not tell a third party. So probably
Okay, then I won't do that.
The police station will ask, "How do you know this man?" So yeah, again,
Yeah, fair enough.
Taylor will call you back.
Yeah, as Taylor gets back, he will give a call back to James.
Hello, hello, detective. Adam seems likely to make I don't know if a full recovery is likely, but he's at least, he's going to survive. They're not sure about his hands and feet, but what you and I have seen about him, well, I don't know.
Yeah, Taylor will just say. Taylor will say in a very kind of professional tone, as he'll say, "Thank you for informing me. I'm sure the hospital will let us know when he is conscious and able to field questions." Is there anything else, Mr. Carver?
I don't think so. I'm talking to my congregation tomorrow about Owen's death. We didn't find any of the missing parishioners, did we?
Well, those were the victims, Taylor.
Taylor will say, gonna have to ask you to not let this slip, but yes, they were the victims. I'll have to ask that until the captain gives the go-ahead. You don't tell anyone in the congregation. The captain will contact you when that go-ahead's going to be given.
Do you have any sort of ETA?
Probably a day.
Most likely a day or two.
All right. Thank you for letting me know.
Stella will just say, "Welcome, Mr. Carver. Have a good day."
Oh, I still have the vest from last night.
Just,
Are you still planning on coming to church tomorrow, or?
just come down to the station.
Okay.
As Taylor will just say, just put it in the box and ask for Mia Briggs. We'll get it back in inventory.
Okay.
After
Good morning,
that,
detective.
yes. Thank you. Taylor will hang up at that. Listen, though, Grant, Taylor doesn't really plan to go and tell everyone about this, but he is going to go. He is going to talk to the captain about this, about stuff that's happened.
Yeah. Find him in his office. He looks like he is running on caffeine and willpower right now. Morning, Taylor.
Mr. Smith? I want to inform you I was recently, the reason I was late today, there was a meeting that was arranged for me with Dale would say, let's call it recent Russian immigrant. As what we discussed was the hypothetical nature of them handling it, the killing, and we would find evidence. The case would be closed, but I think they're planning on getting the killer out, and they're going to have a fall guy. So he'll show the address that he was given, as Taylor will say, I know we had a recent sweep of the precinct, but figured I'd bring this to you and no one else in the office.
Well, I'll be damned if I just close my eyes and let them walk away with us.
As Taylor will say, I don't plan to either. I will say this. I don't plan to let them walk away either, but once they find out that we're not taking up on the offer, and in fact we're going to go out of our way to make things annoying for them, they're not going to pull the next punch that comes. I wanted to let you know that before it happens.
Well, like kind of leans back in his chair and like stares at the ceiling for a couple of moments. Full-blown gang war. Great. Yeah, no, I expected something like this might happen. Have any family, any relatives, anyone who's not involved with this, make sure they are not in town. I think New York's about to become a hot zone for a few weeks.
Taylor will nod and he'll say, my wife's going to be staying with my cousin, and I'll talk with my. I'll just have a talk with my son. I'll convince him to. Maybe he should go visit his sisters. It's been a while.
Do that. Your son is not within my precinct, so I can't really keep an eye on him. I can make sure he gets some paid leave.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you, Captain.
Take care. Make sure to check with forensics, Ian. Might have more information about the crime scene by now. Pretty sure he also didn't go to sleep last night.
I have a feeling we're all going to join you there soon enough.
Talk to you later. I have a lot of phone calls to make.
Dale will just nod as he'll go down to check with forensics.
As you leave the main police building, just as a month ago, Lark is just kind of leaning against the wall and eating like a hot dog as he looks at you and says, well, it looks like things have escalated.
Taylor will nod. He'll say it's going to be a gang war, all right?
I was told. Wilson told me. I'll be honest with you, detective. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Although, I was hoping to do this more quietly, but it seems that the Russians have forced both our hands. I'm gonna tell you right now, this new killer, someone who is untouchable. I think I have a fairly certain idea of who they are.
Do you have any good news?
Yes. I think I can make sure that during the upcoming violence, only certain people will be targeted. Minimize civilian casualties. And ensure that a lot of the officers in the city that have long since abused their state-mandated power, well, might find themselves at the crossroads between a lot of bullets.
Taylor will just light a cigarette.
I'm sorry about this, Detective. You've seen the crime scenes, you've seen what this individual is capable of.
I know what he's going to keep doing if he's untouchable.
Well, I have a plan for that as well. But unless you're willing to gallivant throughout the globe, I don't think there's much you can do about it. I am building a small team covering many areas and preventing things like this from happening in the team of people like our mutual friend Adam. People with supernatural abilities that can actually handle
Taylor will nod at that. She'll say, assume you already know he's in the hospital.
He'll nod. Went missing, but maybe now he'll be more open to cooperation. I did tell him last time that he acts on this alone. I won't be able to help him once others gun for him, and maybe now he realizes he's not so tough as he used to think.
Yeah. Taylor will kind of, just as he takes a puff of the cigarette, he'll say, one man doesn't make an army. He'll follow up with saying, and, no, you're all right. Now, if you caught me 30 years ago, might have taken up on the offer to leave and gallivant, but I'm too old for that shit now. Don't have the knees for it anymore. But I think I can help turn New York into let's call it maybe a safe harbor for whatever group it is you're making.
Listen, Taylor, I have plenty of people who are ready to kick down things. I also need people who are willing to build back up. And the plan for New York is to turn this into an actual bastion, an example of how a city should be run, both from an administrative point of view, law enforcement, social acceptance.
Taylor will give a nod at that.
And unlike your family ties, which I am not that familiar with, I trust Wilson. There's one thing he cares about, it's his city. Well, in the future, we're also working on specialized weaponry. That, well, maybe not now, maybe not in your time, but a decade or two might level the playing field between human-shaped monsters and people like you.
Taylor will give a nod like at that. He'll actually say, "Oh, wonder what it would be like when I hear the news. You know, I can tell you exactly where I was, what I was doing when I heard about they dropped the bombs the first time.
Hopefully we won't have such incidents in the future.
Here's hoping. And yeah, Taylor will just kind of finish off by saying, let's make the deaths worth it.
He'll nod. Finishes the hot dog and is gone.
Yeah. Listen, Taylor will go to forensics. There's
a lot of coffee, instant coffee starting around where and Ian's looking like he's having a minor mental break as he's looking at the papers strewn about at this fucking table.
Now I will ask you, Ian. Would you have sent some of the would you have mentioned for the requested aid with deciphering code?
Yes, he would have because that's the only thing he sees as anything that potentially lead who has to decipher to help and also share the notes that he figured out from the previous murders.
Yeah, no, it's around noon when Taylor arrives.
Detective? I hope you had a more pleasant evening than mine.
Well, I got sleep. I think that's the only thing that was better.
He just kind of rubs his temple slightly. But I assume the cipher's still working, Run, so there's nothing on that front yet.
It's gonna take a bit longer to find the next one for this shit.
Yeah. If you have any question, Detective, shoot, and I'll try to relay as much as possible.
Taylor will just Taylor will basically just go over everything about the bodies, about the crime scene. It's like he's going through a list.
Yeah, Ian will relay that information. Basically, there you go. Read the Wikipedia from the plan, whatever. We'll mention all these. But then he'll just say yeah, we think definitely for organized crime because the expertise which the bodies were treated. We need surgeons, chemists who synthesize the chemicals. medical experts, and all that at the master level.
Taylor will nod as say, I just don't get it. I just don't get the point of it. First, I thought it was a copycat killing to embarrass the FBI, embarrass the force. But this is dropping any pretense.
My only explanation: gang war or internal dispute. The only good thing I can say is that those symbols, there seems to be a structure to them, and my only hope is, well, I'm currently doing a little hobby project trying to decipher them, but my only hope is that hopefully they will reveal some messages that are meant, well, for the other party that's meant to receive them.
Taylor will nod.
The writing killing that still doesn't also make sense. Or also the people related to the crime, but I guess could be also some weird message, I don't know.
Taylor will just say, hopefully we're yes, serial killers go on. They get sloppy, they make mistakes. Something has to break.
I don't believe it's a serial killer anymore. Unless the serial killer is one of the most talented all-around medical professionals in every field: surgery, medicine, fucking biology, chemistry.
If it's a group, it's all the same. So yeah, Taylor will take stock of it. He'll take his copy that he'll put into his files. So he'll just say, call me when the deciphering's done.
I shall nod, so you'll get back to looking stumped at the files and at the bodies and whatever.
Meanwhile, going on. James, you would be around your church. Would you be around your church that Saturday?
Yeah.
I know open. Yeah, so
Gotta get ready for Sunday.
Yeah.
Finishing touches on the sermon and the announcement about Owen's death.
Yeah. And if the captain's nice, he might let you also inform them on tomorrow about the other deaths.
I was thinking about that. I'm gonna want to tell the people. I'm gonna want to tell their wives in person first.
Yeah.
Or be there when their wives are told.
Yeah, because I was gonna say they're most likely gonna call them to the station, so they're gonna have you there.
Hey everyone,
regardless.
These people's wives are dead. Does not seem like an example of good pastoral care. No, I didn't tell them I was going to make this announcement, and no, they don't know that their husbands are dead. Fuck them, I guess.
As you're prepping everything, we'll see somebody walking into your church as she's looking around almost a bit lost before noticing you and approaching you with a bit of a shy smile. Good day, Father.
Hello, Miss
Alexandra.
Welcome to Holy Trinity.
Thank you. I was Mac, not in the NPC chat.
I know it's a change.
Well, could I do a confession?
Of course.
My brother insisted that I at least make an attempt at repenting, and if it's not to anyone, he is a much more religious man than I am, but not sure how much that counts if you're not that religious yourself.
The Catholics would be able to give you a highly technical answer that I would find somewhat tiresome. I think it matters that you came and I think God will see into your heart and give you the forgiveness you ask for.
She'll nod. So how do we do this?
Oh, good Lord.
I've never been to church before.
The Episcopal rite of confession is not terribly common, and I've never done it.
Well, listen.
Just a minute.
I make you do the research now.
I'm not reading this. Why the fuck am I reading this? I'm not reading this. You read this.
Unfortunately, listen, I've had to read on like 5 different religions. You read on this one.
Let's see. This website looks like butt.
No, Mac, I'm putting Ross to read more on confession ceremony for this. Just like he made me want to read on like marriage rights.
Grunt never forgets or forgives.
It's reasonable.
Listen, if you need like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, why don't you go back to someone else and I will do some research.
Well, Taylor, you have the files now, so I'm not sure where you're heading over next. As you can see that Ian's sanity is dropping because unlike you, he doesn't know that he is actually dealing with supernatural fucking bullshit.
The files do get more frantic with time, get like a bit more disorderly as he like fucking like theorizing that the notes get like more frantic at the end. And like the experiments do get more weird. Like some of the results, he's just fucking like throwing chemicals at the body to see if they react.
Yeah, no, yeah, and the problem is, unlike some people, Taylor views this as a strictly needs to know affair.
Yeah.
Someone would have told him already if he needs to know.
Listen, you can bring this up. You can send him to therapy if you want. Or like make a case for this, depending on how. But yeah, no. There's. If you, the problem is, Taylor, you do realize that Ian is competent enough to identify all these weird signs and obsessive enough. I presume, Ian, you will tell him that you have sent for a linguistic expert and a cryptology expert as well.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what
knowing all that, Taylor will actually go to a payphone because he's gonna give Mr. Anderson a call because if Ian tells the wrong person what he's finding, this fucking thing starts again.
Yeah. As Mr. Anderson will pick up as says, "Hello?
Mr. Anderson, this is Taylor. The reason I'm calling is because calling about Ian. Investigation's taken quite a turn, and given the recent linguistic help he's requested to be able to decipher the symbols, I think you might want to consider letting him in on the more unnatural aspects of this case. If he finds out himself and he tells the wrong person, it's not going to end well for anyone.
I will send someone who can hopefully talk with him and explain things from a scientific perspective. And maybe that will calm him down. I'd like to involve as little people as possible.
As Taylor will just say, whoever you send, make sure that they know what they're saying, and make sure they don't leave any holes with Ian's personality. If there's any doubt, if there's anything that doesn't make sense to him, he's going to keep digging.
Noted.
Yes. Taylor will at that point hang up because Taylor knows him and Alok talk, so Taylor doesn't feel the need to inform him of everything that's going to happen. He probably already knows.
Fine, Anderson knows exactly the right person to send. This is gonna listen, this is gonna be funny. It's gonna be a funny meeting. But yeah, no.
What kind of funny are we talking about? Are we saying haha funny character, or are we saying point the gun at Max and say, Mac, do the quantum roleplay?
I think somewhere in between. But no, listen, I'm not gonna make Max schizo roleplay.
The voices.
Mac doesn't have scientist characters. Somebody else does.
We just got Red in here. Red, wake up.
The last time I played D&D, the DM made us encounter a magic mirror that made copies of us and made us roleplay as our evil doppelgangers as well as ourselves.
You know what? That's a genius idea for a one-shot. Like, actually, you know what? Half the characters are just you reversed. Go. That is in fact the quintessential delegation method. But yeah, cutting back to you, James. You take her off to the side, and yes, you did reverse me. She'll say, Father, bless me, for I have sinned.
The Lord be in your heart and upon your lips, that you might truly and humbly confess your sins in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I confess, as she'll go through. You'll probably have to guide her. She's clearly not like an expert. She's not done this before. As you can sort of identify that she comes from a different religious background, but it's a bit more freeform than yours. As eventually comes to the actual confession part. Says, I confess to you, church. Well, I've been killing people. A lot of people. I think you saw it on the news on some. Others, you'll see it soon. People from your church.
God commands us that we commit no murder and that we love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Why have you committed murder?
Because it demanded certain type of sacrifices.
It demanded?
Yes. You aware of the existence of, I believe, your faith would call them demons, devils. See, a few months ago, there was such a ritual performed in a faraway land. A ritual summoned something. 50 people died. I wanted to recreate the same thing. See, your church-going member, Monica, was a friend of mine.
May I... A friend through work?
Yes, say that. Although we shared plenty of drinks after hours. So I took her death quite poorly. Well, in my rage I may have acted a bit rashly, but I decided to finish her work. So I killed the rest of the marked sacrifices. It demanded I only kill cheaters, liars, and whores. I found people who would fit all three categories.
Monica's killer has been arrested.
Yes, I know. But I think after seeing him, I know he was just the tool, not the actual killer behind. Poor insane man, driven to madness by evil entities who just laugh at us, laugh at me.
But you chose to carry out those entities' will by committing
It's
the
a
murder through ritual.
different entity, Father. This one has no desire to harm the innocents. Less sadistic in nature.
Do you believe you have done wrongly by taking these lives?
I suppose. I don't think killing is good, but I'm not a good person. I never thought too much about it. It's made me feel quite good seeing them squirm.
How did you lure them away last night?
These men would jump at any woman that offers them attention.
But all of them at once.
Needed to be done for the sacrifice.
And what is the end goal of the sacrifice?
Summon said entity within our world.
What will happen when the entity becomes manifest?
Look around you. It's already here. Us. It's speaking to me now. It's helping me gain a interesting perspective on life. I realize that I've lived my life quite aimlessly, going around, fucking, murdering, taking pleasures in a lot of basic things in perspective, giving me a lot of things to think about. Larger things, more ambitious things.
You came here at the urging of your brother?
She nods.
Does he know you've committed murder?
Absolutely. He is not happy with it, but then again, he's not very approving of many of my lifestyle choices.
Do you intend to turn yourself into the police?
No.
Everything you've told me until the end of the ritual will be protected by the seal of confession. But if your brother's going to contact the police, it might make things easier for you if you turn yourself in.
He's not gonna contact the police. Even if you contacted the police, there's no proof. How could little old me perform such heinous crimes, Father? I possess neither the means nor... How do you think summoning devils in court?
Well, I was hoping that you would be willing to confess and save us all the trouble. But that's unimportant now. You've come to offer me your confession. You believe you have done wrong.
I think
I
will turn a new leaf. I think I'm done.
And I'm going to offer you God's forgiveness and I will probably discuss that I have heard a confession regarding this with the police, but I will not bring your name into it.
She nods and says, I'm quite fine with that. Like I said, probably won't comfort anyone, but I do plan on stopping the senseless killing and only doing it with purpose and conviction from now on. Changing the world for the better. Some people.
I hope you will avoid committing the crime of murder in the future. And I hope you will be moved to turn yourself in. But I don't think there's anything I can do to convince you of either at this time.
You could bring those people back, the ones that died. Would you do it?
The religious leaders in Jerusalem found a woman caught in the act of adultery, and they took her before Jesus to ask what ought to be done with her and whether they were permitted to stone her. According to the law of Moses, he invited those who had not committed a sin to cast the first stone, and they were shamed and put down their rocks and went away. Jesus asked the woman, where are your accusers? And she said, they have gone, my Lord. Do they still condemn you? And she said, no, my Lord. And Jesus said, then neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. I don't believe death is an appropriate punishment for adultery. And death robs us of the opportunity to make repentance for the sins we have committed in this life. Would I bring them back? I can't imagine an answer to that question. I don't mean to dodge your question. I just don't know. At this point, probably. By the middle of next week, no. But that's an entirely logistical consideration rather than spiritual one.
I'll nod. Say, thank you. You've given me a lot of things to think about. The confession will end and she will take her leave.
I'm going to go get a cab.
Gonna say it would be really awkward if some fucking zombies showed up at your door next, like.
We could bring him back. My noble and good foreign entity can bring them back. These EPs. Here you go.
Not even that, she can do it with the plants. Doesn't even need the weird entity.
That's true. She could. Oh my god. Here you go. They're back. Here you go. They're back. Look. You didn't say. Oh, you wanted. You wanted them conscious? Oh, you didn't ask that. I think that's technically. What is even life, technically, scientifically speaking?
What
Mr. Nerd?
even is consciousness?
Ian, are they alive? What the?
Yeah.
The monkey's paw? Why no, I never have read that story. What's it about?
Will their spouses freak their shit out if they see them like this?
I prefer them like this, you know.
Their husbands might, or their wives might endorse castration after they find out they've been cheating, but I'm not sure that that's appropriate.
But yeah, where are you taking a cab to?
The precinct.
You'll be able to. You don't really take the cab, but I think it's literally 15 minutes down the street.
Oh.
Like a block away.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll.
It's comedically close, and I didn't write this. That's just how it is on the map.
I thought it was the Taylor was from a different precinct.
That was just me fucking it up.
The thing is, we looked again. the church you're at, the church you said is literally on the line
Yeah,
of still being in the same, of still actually being in the precinct.
it's like literally a street difference between two. So, yeah, as
Okay. And because it's funny, I forgot to bring the vest because I have more important things in my mind.
yeah, that's fair enough. That's you
Damn
get there.
defense right there.
Get there. I presume you want to
No, I
talk with
didn't.
the captain.
The captain and Taylor and probably Briggs.
Well, Taylor is not in as
Oh.
Yeah, listen, the captain will meet you in his office. Say, good day, father.
Well, a person just came to me and told me that
Before that,
this
sorry, I
person-
was gonna say, Taylor, where were you gonna head after the Ian conversation?
After he called Anderson, he's just gonna go back down. He's going back to the station.
You
But
know
the
what?
problem is
Yeah, go.
until Taylor gets more information on the guy, the prospective fall guy, he doesn't want to go to their house. Just go to their.
Yeah. So you know what? I think for convenience sake, James, if you like let the captain know that you want to have this meeting with both, like with all three of them, I'll be probably fine.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So Taylor, you'll be called in the office as you and Briggs walk in as you see James is already there.
Mr. Coffin.
Hello, detectives. Half an hour ago, someone came into my church to confess that they had committed the murders last night. They said that they rather unreassuringly do not intend to commit additional murders, and that they would be leaving. And they said they had come in to confess at their brother's urging. They also said that they were a friend of Monica. And killed the victims a friend and a co-worker of Monica, and killed their victims to avenge her. I'm afraid I'm not permitted to give you this person's name.
Now, I'm not sure how Taylor is reacting to. Briggs is shocked, but the captain, who is running on fumes, looks like he's about to blow a lid.
Like, Taylor is pretty stone-faced. Taylor's pretty stone-faced.
You're not gonna say anything, then Captain will.
I don't think there's anything Taylor can say without appearing like really weird.
Yeah, well, the captain has a lot of things to say. He'll. Excuse me, avenge? I'm sorry, what?
Shh. This person holds my parishioners responsible for Monica's death.
I'm not gonna say now, James. I'm not sure if you're bullshitting right now, but that's not what she said.
No, okay, no, it wasn't my.
So what
Did she?
what she was meaning to say, like like she initially was very upset and she like lashed out, which implied that Riley's death was her just kind of like going around venting fucking her anger. Now you never asked why she thought Riley was involved with this. You don't actually know why she thought Riley is responsible for anything. Like nobody here says like that's you shouldn't. Sorry, go ahead.
I hadn't understand that she was also confessing to Riley's death.
Yeah, no, she kind of meant all of them.
Okay, I thought she just meant the men from my church.
No, you're pretty sure it was more subtle, but it was implied that Riley's was also her responsibility. And at the time, she was just kind of like lashing out, although it doesn't really make sense why at Riley. But she doesn't blame the parishers for Monica's death. No, she just said that she finished Monica's work, which implies that Monica was already finding these people and getting them ready, selecting them for the specific sacrifice and ritual. It's just that she picked up the last bit and actually killed them and did the ritual.
Okay, I'll communicate that. I'm leaving the supernatural elements out for the captain and Briggs.
Yeah. Like, you're telling me that one person did all of this.
Yes.
Okay. I know I appreciate your commitment to your faith, Father. Is there anything else?
Is there anything I'm not thinking of?
Well, you probably have communicated to them the basics of the case. The fact that she doesn't plan to murder like this anymore. Plans to leave, which confirms kind of what you already suspect, Taylor. But no.
No. If anything else occurs to me, I will, of course, let you know.
Appreciate that. I believe you are dismissed now, Father.
I leave.
As you close the door behind you, you just hear a mug shatter as Taylor, you will just see fucking Smith like toss one of the coffee mugs that was on his desk and it kind of cracks against the wall. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Taylor doesn't really have much to say about all that.
think I need to go get some sleep. Crashing out on the couch here. Wake me up if another disaster hits us.
Taylor will nod.
The captain will leave and kind of literally goes to the lounge room, grabs a blanket, and just kind of collapses into the couch. As Briggs looks at him and says, "Oh shit." Go after James and I'll say, the captain mentioned that he was a bit preoccupied. We will be calling in the relatives today to let them know, so you can stick around if you want, Father.
Yeah, I think I should be here. Unless you want to go to their apartments, but there are so many that I would imagine that would be unwieldy.
He'll nod and he'll say, Taylor, you're free to take the day off if you want. I'll handle that.
Taylor will nod as he'll, make his leave.
I'll walk you to your car, Detective. And once we're away from most everyone else, the penitent said they did it in service to, they said, a demon. Different, and they said less malign than Sean's demon.
Taylor will say, if I speak with Alaric again, I'll pass it on to him. So he'll tell this, look at James and say, going to tell you this right now, James. That person that came in to confess to you, if they're telling the truth, if that wasn't just a prank, they're never going to go to prison. They're never going to see a courtroom. Maybe, God willing, justice will come to them down the road through the barrel of a gun. So don't, if they come to you again for any reason, you can tell me about it. You can tell Alaric about it if he comes to speak with you. Telling anyone else about it, nothing will happen. Best case scenario, nothing will happen except you'll ruin someone's day. Worst case scenario, you'll tell the wrong person. And you'll be a loose end. A loose end that's talking.
I understand. I urged them to turn themselves in. You'll be unsurprised to learn that they were less than enthusiastic.
Figures. Well, Father, I'll say this at least. I know the person that the Russians were going to give me now is a fall guy. I had suspicions, but now I know it for sure.
The Russians know how close I am to this. They probably knew I would tell as much as I'm able to. They may even expect me to tell more than I'm able to.
All the more reason for you to not break your confessional seal.
I don't intend to. Not for not to keep myself safe. Although that does seem to be an added benefit.
Oh, trust me, Father, if I thought that justice could find the person right now, if you told me who they were, I wouldn't be leaving right now, and you wouldn't be either. If you tell me, nothing's gonna happen, except I'll be in a lot more danger, and you'll be in a lot more danger.
Stay safe, Detective.
Same to you, James.
And I'll go back to, well, there's probably a conference room that we'll be meeting with the...
A lot of people to go through. Taylor, I presume will you take the rest of the day off? Or would you, what do you want to have? Do you want to do something else?
Yeah, no, Taylor will. At this point, two people know to look out for the fall guy. He'll take the rest of the day off. There's no point to even pretend there's an investigation anymore. It's something else now.
Yeah. As well. No, Ian, you did send for that encryption expert. Listen, you'll be given a call because I assume you also had to sleep eventually because you are exhausted.
Eventually he might sleep also at his workplace, honestly.
Yeah, listen, you'll be waking up in your office as you're snoozing on the couch by the ringing of the phone as you check the clock and it's 5 in the afternoon. Pick up the phone. You'll be informed that they sent, presumably you sent a sample, right?
Yeah.
Just symbols. They sent the sample and they found someone who can apparently deal with it, and they are on their way to your office to talk more in depth about it. You should be expecting them within the hour.
We'll try to clean up the office best he can from all the fucking scrambled notes and many packs of instant coffee.
So you eventually will see a sort of middle-aged man as walks in, very professional attire, kind of smacks you the university type.
Okay, I was the actual NYU guy. Goddamn.
I'll put the briefcase down. It says Mr. Adams, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Name Bright, pleasures likewise.
I was told you wanted to decrypt some of these strange symbols. Seems like a cipher that I haven't seen before. there is clearly pattern and intent to it.
Yes, I've also noticed that. Luckily, recently we've come into we've encountered a lot more symbols, so luckily we should have a lot more material to work with than up until now. And he will just grab some of the only like this cipher pictures in his office to
Yeah. Still looks at them. Kind of like it's like turns back to you. You can see the eyes like fully roll back in the head as he starts bleeding from around the corneas. Say, you value your life.
What the fuck is this jump scare? What the?
As the voice is much more monotone.
Very much do a thing.
Then you will file this as the weird occult nonsense it is. You will not speak about it. Anyone can find you, can track you. We can kill you and no one can protect you. Not your police friends, not your FBI friends. No one. As the man just suddenly collapses, as like his body goes limp.
It's a bit shock frozen right now. I'm looking at my 4 cool and 2 nerves, and
Yeah.
there's not the man who can handle this occurrence.
The man in front of you looks dead right now. It looks like
He looks fucking dead. He looks.
he's not breathing.
What the actual? What in the actual load of actual bullets? This. Ian suddenly fucking stumped on what to do right now. He doesn't even know how the fuck would he hypothetically call this in? As like, this guy collapsed in my office.
Well, I mean, do you check his pulse?
Yeah, I mean, after the freeze over, like he'll go and.
There's no pulse.
Oh shit! For now, he'll put in with like the rest of the bodies. For now.
I suppose you called this in, you know?
Yeah, I could call it. I suppose, yeah, because you know, like kind of drunk, like he'll call the fucking random body, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of people like paramedics kind of walk through as enter throughout the offices. I'm not sure what statement you give to the cops.
I think random stroke is the best bet, right? It's like the only explanation possible.
Well,
I'm not sure what the best explanation is, Paul. I'm not sure what the best explanation is here.
Well, it does. Listen. Let the medical reports check it out. You just saw him collapse.
Yeah.
Convulse a bit. Yeah, no. Ian, a couple of hours later, they would inform you that the man just had a stroke. So they will be asking what the meeting was about, or how forward you will be with information. Take the threat seriously, or just be like, well, I guess that's kind of weird.
He's a paranoid man, and this was definitely a death threat. So he will follow the instructions because he does value his life and say, Um. Fuck. I mean, there's no purpose to lie about like why he invited this guy in. Actually,
Yeah, as like the messenger was to like not like leave the fucking like decryption and just leave the markings alone.
yeah, I suppose he will not lie about it. Yeah, he will say like, yeah, he was supposed to help out with the decryption. Like he would just tell like later, like, yeah, nothing came off it.
Hmm.
But there's no reason to say it right now. Like if someone asks later, like, yeah, I think there's no reason to lie.
Depends how paranoid you are. How you think they're gonna take your statement to the police as
Well, the problem is he needs to like find a reason, like explain like why the fuck this guy was here at my office.
like I said, up to you. So,
I will say, yeah, I'll probably go with the truth because that will be easier to cover up. I think if I say like, yeah, I invited this guy in to check out my runes, but then I'll explain like, yeah, the runes, nothing came of them.
that's fine.
I mean, I think yeah, because I think that's like the safest option that a paranoid man will take. I'm not sure if there's any better option.
It's all good as you give out the statement and fucking send you home for the day. As sure if you call Taylor or anyone about this. Or do you like genuinely be like, well, I don't know who I can trust. I'm just gonna fucking keep this to
Problem is,
myself.
For now, to myself, like Taylor seems like a good guy. He doesn't want to fuck him over. And this is pretty. He assumes they sent someone for suicide in, like for fucking cyanide pill or something, and they faked the reports at this point. That's the explanation that he's going with. He will pretend to ignore the eye thing. I don't know, shit happens. Effect from the cyanide pill, I guess. Or like some weird exotic poison they add from the fucking plants. Yeah, because he doesn't want to involve Taylor into
As
this
long as
bit
you
then.
keep this to yourself, most other corners are not as obsessive as you are. They'll be like, yeah, this looked like a stroke, but it happens, I guess.
Listen, Ian assumes they've paid off, even if they're not, just to make sure they paid them off. He may not take bribes, but he does respect death threats.
Yeah. As well, be able to then hang out for the rest of the day and get some more sleep. As Taylor eventually get home and not sure if there's any conversations you would like to have with any of your relatives. Family.
Nothing in specific. Like Taylor figures if Julia finds anything, finds the stuff about the guy, then she'll tell him.
Well, in that case,